La 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 la. Alexa, call my. Oh, never mind, Alexa. B C. I care. I don't care too much, but I still care. La 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 la. La 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 la. So much box and so much package for 2 products. Get it together. Alright. I think I'm ready. Why is everything always... It doesn't matter. That was solid. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Video Mikkel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I'm going to talk about 2 new, relatively new products. This is Carolina Herrera Good Girl... What? Very Good Girl Elixir, I think this is. I still don't even own the original Very Good Girl. And this is Brown Girl Jane Casino. So we're going to give first impressions of the new. Before I get into that, you have to always see my amazing, beautiful, incredible subscribers. You guys continuously show up, show love. And even when I'm not posting consistently like I should, you know what happens? Sometimes I just get in a little funk and I don't feel like filming or editing. Y'all still spin the block and watch the old stuff, and y'all just continue to show up and show love. And I'm very, very grateful and appreciative for the community that we're building here. It's very important to me. It's very precious to me, and I love y'all. So now that we got that out the way, let's smell the new. Let's save the best for last. Well, I hope it's the best. This is Very Good Girl Elixir. I still do want the original Very Good Girl. I want Very Good Girl and I want Very Good Girl Glam. Those are both still on my wish list. And I think I'm going to get them this year, sometime this year. I don't know when, but Very Good Girl Elixir is out. The notes say black cherry, bitter almond. The middle is rose and tuberose. The base is vanilla and cocoa. Now, I do fully expect to be underwhelmed. The Good Girl Flanker is another one of the flankers that have been kind of overdone, and some of them do smell the same. And also cherry is just a note that a lot of companies have not been getting right. They all kind of smell like some version of another perfume. They've all just kind of been, I don't know, the same thing. So my expectations are low, and this has been sitting outside my door all day. I literally just walked in the door and decided to film this. So caveat, mail shock, all the things. So let's get into it. This smells exactly like my Dawkins Aroma Cherry Shock. I'm so sorry. This smells exactly like Cherry Shock from Dawkins Aroma. I mean, if it don't smell 100% like that, it smells very, it's given Cherry Shock from Dawkins Aroma. And Cherry Shock from Dawkins Aroma is a dupe for Tom Ford Electric Cherry. I don't know if I had never smelled Cherry Shock before from Dawkins, if that scent profile wasn't already in my collection, I would be obsessed over this. I would be spinning the block, running out to get a full bottle expeditiously. Even paying full price, because I absolutely love this type of scent profile. This is the type of cherry that I do enjoy. So, man, it smells good though, but it literally smells like, let me see what the comments say. You know, they like fussing in there and I like reading it. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, so they're saying Lost Cherry vibes. It doesn't smell like Lost Cherry, but it's given one of the cherry flankers, because what did he do? He did Lost Cherry, then he did Electric Cherry and Cherry Smoke, I think. So it's definitely, it's giving it could be in the line for Tom Ford. I'm actually not seeing very many reviews. So let me put this on my skin to give it a fair chance. But to me, it smells so much like that. I love how that smells. Don't get me wrong. I love this scent profile, but I already have this. Okay, so on my skin, something comes off a little bit more woody. It's almost, I almost feel like I can smell the cherry and like the pit inside the cherry too a little bit. I don't know, I know that's weird, but it kind of works. It's very dark and sultry. Okay, I'm picking up different things on my skin. Something is trying to turn a little bit in the wrong direction on my skin. A little bit, I don't want to say bitter, but it's trying to go a little bit bitter. I don't know what that could be. Maybe the bitter almond. Okay, on my skin, surprisingly, I could justify having both. On my skin, I could say I have Cherry Shock and this. On the tester strip, it was just given straight up Cherry Shock from Dawkins Aroma. Like straight up 1-for-1 dude. On my skin, I get something a little bit warm. I was getting ready to say it's cherry, but a darker cherry, but I think it said black cherry, which actually makes perfect sense because it feels like a darker, warmer cherry. There's something that wants to be a little bit bitter, but I think that's gonna go away. I like this. So on my skin, I think it's good. I think, well, I don't own the original Very Good Girl though. So take that into consideration because I can't say if they're different enough, the original and this flanker. I can't say if they're different enough to have both. But as far as the Good Girl line overall, it's not feeling like the same thing as the original Good Girl. Like it's feeling like there are differences in this one versus the original. I can still pick up similarities. Like I can still tell, oh, okay, the base. Do I want to say the base? I feel like I can still tell once you tell me that like, oh, this is in the Good Girl line. It makes sense, but it doesn't feel like the exact same thing as the original Good Girl. Just like, girl, you just sprinkle some cherry on top. No, they did some things. They changed it a little bit. Oh, they changed it quite a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit on my skin for a second, and I really want to get into this. So this is Brown Girl Jane Casino. This is my first Brown Girl Jane perfume that I've ever smelled. There's one other that I want to smell. I think it's Carnival or something. I feel like I'm getting whiffs of this Good Girl Elixir. Very Good Girl Elixir. I feel like it's wafting up to me, which is a good sign. Brown Girl Jane is also a Black-owned business. Okay, so on the website, it says, smells like espresso martinis and winning streaks. Top notes, espresso affogato. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Rose quartz, mystic pearl. The middle is lucky red rose, ruby orchid, hand-picked jasmine, and the base is golden rum cake, almond foam, and blonde woods. This is either going to be a love or a hate. Espresso, if they would have said espresso, I'm thinking it might be a little bit bitter, if I'm being honest. I don't know. That espresso might not play nice, but let's see. Oh, this, I'm going to show the bottle too because this is really pretty. Uh-oh. It's this really pretty pink. I'm loving this. I'm getting whiffs of this Very Good Girl Elixir. It's coming up to me. It's not beast mode, but I'm getting like very soft whiffs of it. Oh, that nice, got some power to it. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, it's very heavy coffee, but it's not bitter, but it is giving coffee. It's heavy coffee, not bitter, but I mean coffee, like almost as if you sat in a coffee shop for a couple hours and then you leave and you smell like coffee like that. But it's a little bit sweet though, but not, it's a little sweet, like 1 cream, 1 sugar sweet. Not like how I'll make it with extra pumps and extra pumps. No. It's just enough to take that touch of bitterness out. I don't smell anything else. So let's put this one on my skin too. It smells like coffee and a little bit of creamer in it. That's what it smells like to me. It's almost maybe like, is there hazelnut in here? Almond foam. No, maybe it's the rum cake that I'm smelling. It's straight up coffee, but just coffee a little bit toned down because it reminds me of that coffee scent from Eternal. Kind of like that. There's another coffee scent that I'm thinking of, but just toned all the way down. So a little bit more refined coffee. That coffee is just kind of like in your face, like, ah. It's aggressive coffee. This one isn't like that, but it's still straight up coffee. Is something a little bit creamy and something a little bit sweet. I don't know why I want to say hazelnut, but it's no hazelnut in here. So maybe it's the golden rum cake that I'm smelling. It smells nice, but I don't know if I would like wake up for the day. Well, I like it. I don't love it. I don't know if I see myself wearing this scent alone as like my scent of the day. I think here in a place like Michigan where we get extreme cold temperatures, I could definitely wear this. I could definitely find the time for this. I can definitely layer this and have fun and enjoy it. But I don't know if this is something that I feel like is something that's necessary in my personal collection, the way I typically like to wear fragrances. I don't know if this is that for me. It's a beautiful coffee scent though, because the way coffee can quickly change on me, the way coffee can quickly get bitter, it's a coffee scent that I do like. I don't know if I love it, and I don't know if I would want a bigger size of this. Like Amore Cafe is more the direction of the coffee that I like to go in. However, hold on though, hold on, because now the layering combos are coming to my brain. If I wore this with like Sweet Serenade from the Dua brand, if I wore this with Skin Potion's Cookie Butter, if I wore this with that Shoggoth Tonka Vanilla Toffee scent, if I wore this with Billie Eilish or Nebra's, like, hold on though, let me work with her before I rule her out and say she's not a love for me. I will say I just don't ever see myself picking this up and wearing it by itself as my like scent of the day. But for like layering purposes and coming up with my own little vibe, we might be on to something. So let me play with her before I just rule her out. It's just all I smell is just a really sweet coffee scent. And I think espresso, I understand why they say espresso, because it's not just coffee, it's a little bit more of a refined coffee scent, which I think is why they say espresso, which I'm going to agree. It is giving more so espresso and not just like coffee that you picked up from Speedway, you know? Okay, so what's so strange to me is as this perfume has dried down, it now smells to me like the vanilla musk perfume oil from Namat. I know that makes no sense. I don't even think there's vanilla or any of those notes in here. But what I smell on my arm is very similar to the vanilla musk perfume oil from Namat. And it's so interesting because one of the pictures on their website under the casino, it has this like vanilla beans and stuff, which I don't remember reading in the notes. But that's what it's smelling like. So I definitely have to spend some more time with this because the dry down is so drastically different than what I got in the opening. But that's what it smells like to me. So we're definitely going to have to spin the block and see. Yeah, let me go back to Very Good Girl Elixir. I likes it. I do likes it. It's a soft, now that it's drying down a little bit more, it's a soft, it almost wants to be powdery, but not quite, a soft, sweet cherry scent. It's not giving the same as like Lost Cherry. No, no, no. It has similarities to Dawkins Aroma Cherry Shock on the skin. On the tester, it just straight up smells like 1 for 1. On the skin, there are enough differences where I could see myself having both. I like this. I like this. Is this something that I want to run out at the moment and spin the block and purchase in a bigger size? No, but it's something that I will keep my eye out for. And once this comes down to the discount websites, it'll see me. It'll see me. It'll see me. Especially if I get decent performance out of this. It'll see me. Now, do you need both? No, but as a person who genuinely enjoys cherry scents, I like this. It's just pretty soft cherry. And that new Pretty in Pink from Bath & Body Works, perfect. That cherry from Sabrina Carpenter, Cherry Baby, perfect. And it's not, because when I what's the one when I renamed Hot Cherry, Love Fest Burning Cherry from Kayali, it's not the same as that, right? So it's not a heavy, smoky, woody cherry. So if you're let me be clear, it's not another dupe for Lost Cherry. It's not the same as not another cherry from Finery. It's definitely not that. So if you're looking for a more softer feminine cherry than that type of woody cherry, then I think this is possibly a good option. Also Cherry Shock from Dawkins, which is also black owned. But you can at least probably go in the store and smell Very Good Girl Elixir. You can't go anywhere and smell Dawkins but from ordering from there. So these are my first thoughts, first initial impressions. Head over to the after party. Let me know what you think. Have you smelled any of these? Are any of these on your wish list? In my personal opinion, I do think these things are worth a sniff, both of these, but I don't think in either one of these are anything you need to run out and go smell. I don't think any of these are worth breaking if you're on a no buy or a low buy. I don't see it being so much of a love that it's worth going the distance, going the extra mile, breaking a no buy. It's not given that. It's given eventually I'll spend the block. To me personally, it's given eventually. Now, like I said, had I not already owned Cherry Shock, I probably would be more on top of it for the Very Good Girl Elixir. But since I kind of already have my feel of that, I can be patient and wait until it, at least a 20% off sale from somebody, or until it, you know, people forget about it and it's on the discount websites. So yeah, let me know what you think. I love you all so much. See you in my next one. Bye. I just want to say, it ain't been like hours or nothing. It's been like another 10 minutes. But I am consistently getting whiffs of this Very Good Girl Elixir. I hope she's not gassing me up. But like every time I move my arm or put my arm up next to my face or something, I can smell it. It's not beast smoke, but it's like just small, pretty whiffs. Like, don't get my hopes up, Very Good Girl, but you're doing a very good job.